welcome you to this immense pleasure. We welcome you to this occasion, sir. I'm moving a little faster. We have to save some time, sorry. And we have Marcus Sordio. He is the assistant professor from University of Helsinki, and he is the motivating force, the creator and the mentor for Curriculum 2030, as co-created by Lifology and University of Helsinki. So, we welcome you, sir, to this day. Our Mati Patak, he is the mentor and advisor for Venture Village. Venture Village is our organization, and we and Lifology, we together organize this function, this boot camp for you. And Mati is with us for many years now. We started our journey like long ago, and then he's always supporting and helping us to organize everything happening in this country. So we welcome, from the bottom of our heart, we welcome you to this occasion. Then we have our teachers from India, and the school leaders from India, and also the team from Lifology, and also we have Unni, Kalyani, Arjun, we all from Venture Village, and we welcome everybody from Lifology, the teachers, the educators, and the school leaders to this occasion. And Mike, she is the motivating force behind the organizing things from Lifology. So Mike, we welcome you especially, but everybody, yes, thank you for coming, and welcome to this occasion. We have this boot camp going on, and now we have the graduation ceremony. Thank you very much.
Suchi, so just to set the context by taking a minute, so this is the first international future boot camp created based on Curriculum 2030, jointly crafted by the University of Helsinki and Lifology under the mentorship of Dr. Marcus. So we are having students from different schools in India and Middle East. We have 23 students from Welcome Boys School in Dehradun, and 3 teachers are representing the school. We have Nilima ma'am there, Dayamai sir, and Anucha representing the school as faculty members. So we have students from Dayapuram International School in Calicut, and which is represented by Mr. Adil. Adil is the secretary of the institution. And we have students from Habitat International School in Ajman, UAE, which is also represented by Dr. Wasim. And we have a student from Jumps Modern Academy, Dubai as well, and a student from MES in Qatar, Doha. So we have diverse students from Qatar, UAE, as well as India. So we have already completed 4 days here, and it's going to be a day in Estonia tomorrow. To do the presidential address, we have Mr. Hemant H. Kotalwar. I'll just give you a quick introduction about him. He is a distinguished personality who brings with him over 27 years of exemplary service in Indian diplomacy. His Excellency, Mr. Hemant H. Kotalwar, the Ambassador of India to the Republic of Finland. Ambassador Kotalwar is an officer of the Indian Foreign Service 1996 batch and assumed his role as India's envoy to Finland on 5th July 2024. And graduating in electrical and electronics engineering with honors from Bitbilani, he began his career in Central Electronics Limited before entering the world of diplomacy. His career has taken him across the globe from postings in Brussels and Algiers to serving at the permanent mission of India to the WTO, the World Trade Organization in Geneva, where he led negotiations on trade, development, and intellectual property rights. In Riyadh, as Deputy Chief of Mission, he played a critical role in coordinating the evacuation of thousands of Indian nationals from Yemen during the crisis in 2015. He has also held several important assignments in India, including as a director in the Office of the Minister of State for External Affairs and as part of the National Security Council Secretariat, contributing to India's strategic policy frameworks. Before arriving in Finland, he served as Ambassador of India to the Czech Republic, strengthening India's diplomatic and economic engagement in Central Europe. A seasoned diplomat, a strategic thinker, and a committed representative of India's values on the global stage. So I welcome His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Hemant H. Kotalwar to deliver the presidential address.
Yeah, first of all, let me congratulate all of you for participating in this first boot camp ever organized in Finland by Venture Village and Lifology along with the University of Helsinki. So I think this is indeed a big achievement, and I really like to congratulate all the students who are participating in this boot camp. Of course, I was not so lucky to participate in all the sessions, but at least for a few minutes I could see the intensity with which the students are participating in these projects, especially on sustainability. I mean, as a diplomat, I always like to talk about about a certain history about India-Finland relations, because there is something that we have gained from Finland. So I think since you are young, I thought let me tell you a little story. I suppose you know. I don't know whether you will be going to Lapland, but you are in the Arctic region. And of course, Arctic is important for India, and you must be wondering why. Because in India, the weather pattern is decided by the poles, whether it's the Arctic pole or the Antarctica pole. So it's very important for us about what is happening on those poles, whether the glaciers are melting. If the glaciers melt, if the weather pattern changes on the poles, it's going to affect the monsoons. And since you already studied, you must have studied that how monsoons are important for the existence of our life, for all of our existence, because we are dependent on agriculture on the monsoon. So this story goes back to the 1980s when we wanted to set up a center in Antarctica because very few countries had set up a center in Antarctica to understand the weather pattern in Antarctica, so that we can learn from Antarctica and see what we can do to ensure that the flow of monsoon does not get affected, or if it gets affected, what we can do. And in those days, of course, India was not a rich country, we did not have much capacity, but we had a vision to set up a center there, because we always were good in science and technology. We had the vision, but we did not have the means, how to go there. And I think this is where Finland has been very helpful. So they had this icebreakers. I don't know whether you had an opportunity to see the icebreakers in Finland, because you have come at a time when everything is beautiful, it's green. But when the sea gets frozen, how do you survive? I mean, for Finland, these icebreakers are very important for navigating, because the entire trade happens to the sea. And if the sea gets frozen, how do you import? So you need icebreakers. So we remembered Finland and we asked them, how can you help us? And they offered us the icebreakers to take us from India to Antarctica. But our scientists were not trained. I mean, how do you go there? How to survive? I mean, now I think in the 20s we know how to even manage the space, but in those days we did not have that experience. And the Finnish were kind enough to help us in navigating, taking the scientists and setting up a center there. I mean, it is because only a few countries, like maybe 5 or 6 countries had the center there, and we could set up a center in 1982 thanks to the support project by Finland. And this was a major achievement. I mean, just as we are celebrating the achievement of our Sudhanshu, who went into the space, I think in those days we also celebrated the achievement of scientists to set up a center in Antarctica. Of course, we also now have a setup in the Arctic. So I think when we look at Finland from India, it's always the technology. We consider Finland as a technological hub, and I think this is where I think you people have come to the right place to learn about technology, what Finland can offer us. Now, of course, this is the age of clean tech, and we want to be a carbon neutral country. So India has made a commitment of having carbon neutrality by 2070. Of course, for Finland, I think the target is 2035. But we have set up a modest target of 2070. And I think all these projects on sustainability on which you're working, I think this would be the real takeaway from these boot camps, because India is much behind on these issues. I mean, we don't really. I mean, when you come to Finland, recycling is a buzzword. Everybody talks about recycling of plastics, recycling of textiles. How can we recycle? I mean, all these issues are there. How to recycle? I mean, for example, everybody is talking about the EVs, but what happens because the EVs run on the batteries, and what happens after 5 years? The batteries don't work. You can't throw them away because there are important rare earths involved, like the lithium and cobalt and other things which are quite rare. So how to recycle? So these are all the technologies I think we need in India, and I think this is a great experience. I think you're going to carry from Finland, learn. This is an amazing place, and be inspired. Finland is indeed an inspiration, and thank you, and wish you all the best.
So, Ambassador, thank you. Thank you so much for your gracious address and wonderful message. So, now we go for a quick keynote interaction. Usually we go for keynote speeches, right? But instead of keynote speeches, we go for a keynote interaction. It's an opportunity for you to ask questions and interact with an eminent expert. So, we have Dr. Marcus Talby, a leading voice in the field of educational psychology and teacher training. Dr. Talby holds a PhD in educational psychology from the University of Helsinki and a Master of Arts in Education from the same institution, University of Helsinki. His career spans over 3 decades of impactful work in education, both as a researcher and practitioner. Currently, he serves as adjunct professor at the University of Helsinki and as an associate professor at the Sharjah Education Academy in the United Arab Emirates, where he also is an integral faculty member, playing a pivotal role in shaping the institution's academic foundations and building innovation, bringing innovation to the institution. Dr. Talby has supervised numerous doctoral, master's and bachelor's theses and has published over 30 academic papers contributing significantly to global education research. His areas of interest include modern educational psychology, pedagogical theory, and the promotion of social and emotional learning, all aimed at enhancing student learning environments and teacher effectiveness. And he's an entrepreneur through his consulting firm, Training and Consulting Talby, he has conducted over 50 workshops and keynote sessions across more than 20 countries, bridging the gap between theory and practice with a rare clarity and insight. Dr. Talby is the Chief Academic Council member to Curriculum 2030 and played an integral role in developing this curriculum, based on which the entire boot camp was crafted. So we have Dr. Marcus Talby, an eminent expert, a celebrated expert in education with us. Let's go for a quick interaction, and considering the limitation of the time, I think we go for 3, max 5 questions. 1 question from each team. Shall we? Yeah, let's go. Yes. We go for a question from here? Yeah. You can ask. No, you can ask. Come on, start. You're thinking, yeah. We go for a question. So I'll ask a question to you, Dr. Marcus. It's like, so we talk a lot about socio-emotional learning.
Yeah.
So in the current world, so where exactly the concept of socio-emotional learning is becoming very important? Yeah.
So once more, congratulations on behalf of myself too. Social and emotional learning is something that we study a lot at the University of Helsinki nowadays, and especially for teachers. This is important, but also for anyone who will work in the future, because it includes relevant competencies that we can study to be able to work more effectively, and also the idea of also promoting well-being is really, really important. So what we try to emphasize nowadays is that we want to see that our employees will be able to work after 30 years so that they are not burned out. And for that, you need social and emotional learning. Also, you need social and emotional learning to be able to interact with people who are from different cultures. For example, there might be a leader, my leader might be in India and I am in Finland, and I have to understand not just that there's a time difference, but that there's also cultural differences. So these elements are some of the social and emotional learning that I am interested in. And you know about coaching. So coaching is something that we also promote, and it includes social and emotional learning elements. So, is there someone else? Yes.
My name is Nikta Paul. I study in the Abram Residential School. I have a question about girls' education in Finland, and how much is there even a gap between genders?
Thank you very much. I think this is always very important thing to think about. In Finland, actually girls are a little bit better educated than boys. And I would say that if we look at the scores of the students, it is mostly, the girls are better in many fields. For even nowadays in medicine, that used to be like boys' fields before, but now, but if I think about if the education is similar or different, I think there's still like a generation who probably think whether you are a boy or a girl, or not just a student, which I think we should consider more, that it doesn't really matter which gender you represent, as long as you're a student and you try hard. So in this sense, I hope I answered your question. Okay.
Yes. More questions? Yeah.
Thank you. So in my speech, as it was clearly visible how I was panicking and was not able to deliver my speech properly. So can you help me with that? How can I come over? How in front of people that I don't know? I feel very anxious and panicked when I'm giving a speech. Can you help me regarding that?
Thank you very much. And besides, you were one of the few who was able to stand up and ask a question. So I think you were really brave. I think the most important thing is that you think about interaction itself. It is not only about you, it is also about the audience. So what I try to tell my students is that interaction is most important. So then I don't concentrate so much on myself, and my skills and the lack of my skills, but I try to make a good connection with the person, and we work on that together with the person who is like the receiver and me who is the speaker. So it's like cooperation, and that's why then I probably don't feel that anxious or frightened about the situations where I am supposed to be the quality person here. But I believe that when we work together and when we collaborate together, it is also your responsibility to be a good receiver, and by doing so we collaboratively can make the best possible situation of it.
We go for the last question to Dr. Marcus. Yes.
Can I?
Yeah.
So since you're an expert in, I think I can.
I think I can.
So since you're an expert in education, and as a teacher nowadays we're feeling a bit handicapped because of this technology and social media
this new word, buzzword, the brain rotting, is really creating troubles for us as teachers. You know, scrolling mindlessly on social media, and then children losing focus in classes. How to bring them back? How do you see this as a challenge for teachers? And not only now, maybe 10 years down the line. What can be a solution to this? How can we go about it?
Yeah. So you're worried that social media takes too much attention from the students.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the topic that I believe everybody is dealing with in different parts of the world.
Sorry to interrupt, but when we only thought that it was a problem majorly in India. But I travelled in trams here and in other public transport. I can see children here also are constantly on their phones, even in Finland.
Yeah.
So I hope there are similar problems that the teachers are facing here as well.
Yeah. Well, there are a couple of different opinions about that, even here in Finland. Some people say that we should ban the use of mobile phones in the classroom, whereas some other people say that no, we have to ask students to bring their mobile phones in the classroom so that they would be able to learn to use it in a wise and good way. Because the quicker you find information from internet, that's kind of also a benefit. But of course, if it takes a lot of time and you lose your attention when you just check your mobile phone, or if you just follow the social media and it includes a lot of nonsense, so then it's a problem. But in my opinion, schools' very, very important task is to teach students what it includes and what is the relevant information and what is not, so that you will become aware that there's also information that you cannot trust. And if we just don't let students to bring the mobile phones in the classroom, how can they learn? Parents necessarily do not teach them, and parents don't necessarily know what's the content there. So that's why I believe that it is also school's responsibility, and we cannot just say that you are not allowed to bring your device in the classroom.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I think we have a question. I think we keep it for after this session, because we are going to have a 2-hour-long interaction after this anyway. Yeah, we'll keep the question there. So we have a couple of students who would like to ask questions to the ambassador. So over to you now.
This is Sadhar from Melbourne School, and my question to you is that what would be the one or two things that might want us to learn about Finland?
There's a lot to learn. Of course, we in India know about the Finnish education model. So that is one thing. But I think since you're coming here for the sustainability, I think this is very important. We are, I think, maybe 30 to 40 years ahead of even the European countries. Because I remember Finland was one of the first countries to impose carbon tax. So if you have so much of carbon emitted from a certain product, so Finland started imposing tax. So suddenly the society starts looking for solutions so that you have a lesser footprint of carbon. And this is how the innovation started. I mean, everybody, of course, nobody really wants to pay penalties. If you want to avoid the penalties, so how do you do it? And I think this is where Finland started with sustainability. Now they're very good in clean tech, clean energy, and of course recycling. But I think this is there are so many fields, but I think if you can focus on one particular field, I think that.
One more question.
Hello sir, I'm Chetan Chopra from the Melbourne School there in India. My question is that we see a lot of bonding between Finland and India in the sector of technology actually. So what are most sectors or maybe gaps and the areas where Finland and India can bond together and make a better future for us?
I mean, when I talk to the Finnish entrepreneurs, I always tell that I use the terminology of the startups. So there is something like incubation, there are also accelerators. So Finland could be a good incubator because it's a small market, but they have good technologies. But for the successful technology, it's not just incubator. At the same time, you need market. You need to produce it. It needs to be stable. You need to scale up. And I think this is where India could be a good accelerator. So while Finland is an incubator, India is an accelerator, and I think we complement each other. We don't compete with each other, but we actually complement. And I think this has been the story for the last so many decades. Finnish people, Finnish entrepreneurs, we have more than 50 to 60 companies in India, and they have been contributing to our quest for technology. Last question.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Harshit of grade 11. So, sir, Finland is usually known for its innovation and technology. So, sir, how do you think India is collaborating, or how can India collaborate for the startups in green technology and
So one of the, I don't know whether people, if you had learned about a startup event called Slush. So this is organized in the month of November, and it's one of the very important startup event on the international level. And people really look forward to attending this Slush event, which is organized in the slushy season in Finland. And in fact, India has been participating in this slush event over the last 7 to 8 years. Almost 30 to 40 startups participate. I mean, the vibe of slush is really, really important, and it's really motivating. I think if you have a chance, I think you should definitely come and see how Finland not only organizes the event, but how it motivates entrepreneurs in different parts of the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We are in the production system. We let slush.
If I can add to what the good ambassador said, very sorry.
Please.
I will consider that, look at many of the very big successful corporations in Finland, and how many in the top management there are from India as well. So I believe this is one way that you can also collaborate with Finland, is come and manage our companies for us.
Okay. So, team, I know you are eagerly looking forward to know who is the winner of the competition. We'll go for that. Before that, we quickly go for the certification. I just want to keep the curiosity on for some more time. So we go for the certification. First of all, there is a short felicitation for the teachers who accompanied with you. So we would like to felicitate them with a certificate as an academic mentor to the entire program. So we will go one by one. We call them and would like to give them the appreciation. First, we go with David Balance. Madam Nilima Param. Manoj Kumar Badwa. Adil Singh. Mr. Wasim Yusuf Khan. Wasim is Chief Academics Habitat International University. volunteers who have been supporting us in organizing all this event. So we have Mr. Arjun Anu. So Arjun is going to, after he has completed his mechanical engineering from Ireland and going to Delft to do his master's in mechanical engineering. We have Kalyani Udikrishnan. Kalyani is in school and yeah, yeah. Now we go for the certificates for students. We call you one by name and move fast so that we can move to the next one. So we start with Chetan Chopra. Arnab Gal. Shaurya Jalal. Shaurya Jalal. Vibhujan. Ashisi. Aisha Khan. Aisha Khan. Nikita Holt. Ansh. Ashwatan Kumar. Anand Agarwal. Arsh Bansal. Stavya Kumar. Vihan Harlalka. Arav Bimzadi. Sanithya Agarwal. No tension now, okay? No tension now. Okay. Okay. Angad. Angad Singh Sabharwal. Raihan Alamansar. Wihan Kuchar. Wihan Goyal. Divich Devi. Patin. Patin Salam. Patin Salam. Harshit Sattar. Kriship. Kriship. Nirwan Singh Bang.
Sorry.
Anybody else to be called? Anybody else to be called? Anybody else to be called? No, right? That's Thank you. So now we would like to. Can we have a pic, please? Okay. So, okay, fine. We'll go for a pic with all of you. Then we go for this. Okay. Team, come. Come with your certificates. Come with your certificates. Come with your certificates. Be very disciplined. Both of you, please. Both of you, please join. Yeah. Can you please be to their sides? Some students, please come.
This is too wide.
This is too. Some students, you don't still the photo. Come. Yes.
Too wide.
Please be on the knees.
I think maybe I'll stand on the.
Yes.
Rahul,
Yeah, I mean, within that two speakers, like.
Yeah, the two speakers. Yes.
Yeah.
The two speakers, okay. But then they have to be.
Yeah, let it on your knees. You can do your knees.
Yeah, yeah.
Come, please, some of you can
Arjun,
come.
Arjun.
Yeah, please. Knee and bit. Did you, would this be fine?
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I mean, they can just go on their knee.
Yeah.
They can be on their knee. Oh, no.
Arjun.
Yeah, this is nice. Can you shrink a little bit more from the other side, that side? Yeah. Yeah, few of them can come closer a little bit.
That's speaker.
Well,
Or, actually, it's like between those speakers. So that-
yeah. Try to shrink in between the
I
speakers.
think some can come here. Come here and talk.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I will ensure that all your faces are.
Yeah. Just please. Yeah. That's fine.
That speaker is there. I'm sorry. All good?
And I'm just taking some.
Yes.
Would this be a problem?
No, I think
Would
that's
this
not.
be a problem?
Oh no, that's fine.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
Is it okay? Yeah, at the start, I cannot see Kalyani. Maybe you can come over there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It happens, not bad.
Keep your shirt feet also.
Yeah. So, all please smile. 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 And when I say 1, 2, 3, just throw your hat.
Oh.
Let's see what we got. Let me see. You want? Wait a bit. Wait. It's really hard to take, you know.
Together.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Sorry.
So go back to the seats, make it arranged and go back to the seats. Take your caps and take your hats also. We'll go for the announcement now.
That's pretty good.
That's cool.
We're going to So friends, we're going for the much awaited moment. Of course, every moment is much awaited, but very important because we are going to announce the winners of the pitch competition we just completed. So we have the judges here. They themselves will come, comment on it, and announce the winner. And we have Sergey and Mikhail, and I'm handing over the mic to you. I would also like to say what exactly you're going to get. The winner among 5 will be provided with a mentor for the next three months. What we will do is we'll support them to register the company. We will support them to open the bank account, and we will also put an amount into the bank account as an investment, first investment into the company, and mentor them for 3 months. And after the 3 months, either they can work on an MVP or a prototype for the 3 months time. If they don't want to pursue it after 3 months, the investment can be converted as a gift and they can take it equally. So that's how exactly the price will go. The amount I will say, and before that, let's go to the judges.
Well, first of all, congratulations. You all did a very good job. It's not an easy to pitch, but the more you practice, the better you pitch. So practice, practice, practice. As a representative of the city of Vantaa, I'm offering you cooperation opportunities with the municipality when you are ready. Of course, we have a standard. You need to have a product solution. You need to have presence in Finland. But still, public sector in Finland, including city of Vantaa, is open for cooperation. We have a very strong community, the city of Vantaa, Indian community, international community. They were just recently, actually this year, opened a cricket facility for indoor cricket, which I know is the national sport of India, and I invite you also come to visit and practice. But we were quite on the same opinion, so we didn't fight, we didn't argue about the winner. We have thought about really how realistic the idea is to implement. We also evaluated your pitching skills, your presentation skill, and very important was enthusiasm. So if you believe in your idea, if you believe in your team, so then you can do miracles.
All right, thank you, Sergey. So after much deliberation over all these great pitches, we came to the conclusion that number one, the winner, is Ad Dog. Congratulations! Come on, come on. Thought out your business plan was, how realistic it was, the work that you've done, but also your presentation was very sharp, your skills were very good, and it seemed like you had really, really thought about this, and we were very impressed about it. So everyone else did a great job as well, but you guys, you won it this time. Congrats.
So team, we go for a layered level of investment for the company. So as part of the initiative Curriculum 2030, Venture Village and Lifology, initially as the first step for the first 3 months, we will be investing 1.25 lakhs into the company. So 1.25 lakhs will be invested to the company, will support you in setting up the company, will support you in the bank account, and the money will come to your bank account. And once you create the prototype, we will go for the next level of investment to go for your go-to-market strategies. And you will be allocated with a mentor also. Give them a big round of applause, please. To share and so we have two teachers. Some teachers would like to make a comment. I invite Adil to talk for. To felicitate the winners, please. Wait. Yeah.
Thank you, Praveen. First of all, let me express my happiness and gratitude for organizing the first ever International Future Boot Camp in Finland. And congratulations to all the students out here from the various schools, different schools from India, UAE, and Qatar. So it has been a wonderful, and we are sure that it has been a wonderful experience for all the students who have participated in this boot camp. And I congratulate all of them, and especially the winners today, the Ad Dog, right? Yeah. And thank you so much, Praveen and his team, Lifology and Venture Village, and all the dignitaries of the CHIAS. And please, we will see in future.
Thank you so much. Short presentation, minimum representing Bella, please. Come quick. By the way, we have one more award to be announced. I will be doing it in a minute. A felicitation to the winners.
It was a great presentation and a really learning experience for me. Congratulations to the winning team and to others who did not win. There is always a next time. All the best.
Professor representing UAE, short words.
Excellency, dear students, I'm happy to be here representing Habitat Schools, and this has been a very eventful day, great team effort, but also apart from congratulating the winning team, I would like to congratulate Lifology, Venture Village, University of Helsinki. I've been into this program the past few days, and the amount of care, planning, thought that has gone into this whole program has really struck me. And this is just the first iteration of this program, and I'm sure that this is going to only improve and get better and better in the next next years or following years. I congratulate all the students. I mean, as everybody has said, participation is in itself a learning. It's a learning process. So you do not have to be disheartened, but you have to be inspired and learn from your compatriots. Presentation they did. I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So we go for the last moment. We have a best camper, a SISU Excellence Award. So for a student who has performed all around in the best way. The student who was very interactive, dynamic, focused, helping others, supporting other people, and being a very integral part for the success of the entire program. The student who is going to be. We would like to select that student as the best camper by giving the SISU Excellence Award. We are going to give that award to Ashish Singh from Jeff Modern Academy. I'm inviting Dr. Marcus Salvo to give the award to Ashish. So to wind up the event, I'm inviting Uni to give the vote of thanks. Uni will come now. Yeah. We have Uni, the vote of thanks and the mementos, please. Yeah. I'm inviting the chief. I'm inviting you. I'm inviting the Chief Innovation Officer of Lifology to extend our token of gratitude to Ambassador. And I'm inviting Mike Rochai, the director of this entire initiative, and she's taking an additional role of the photographer and videographer as well, to extend a token of appreciation and gratitude to Professor Marcus Talvio. As part of Venture Village, I'm inviting Dr. Anup to extend a token of gratitude to Dr. Marcus Talvio. Thank you so much. Photo. So to extend a token of gratitude to Mr. Mathi Patel, so I'm inviting Sumut Nambiar, the coordinator of this entire event. Sumut, please. Unions. Now to extend a token of gratitude to both of our judges. So I'm inviting Mr. Sergi, and to give him a token of gratitude, we have Mr. Paul. So Paul is the father of Nikita Paul, a participant. Paul has traveled all the way from India to be part of this program. A token of gratitude to Mr. Mikhail and my Chief Innovation Officer Lifology, Rahul Ish. And now to extend the vote of thanks to the entire program, I'm inviting Mr. Unikrish.
Hello everyone, I will not take the first time, but it has been given as a responsibility of mine to thank. But of course, I will start with the dignitaries. Thank you, for coming here. And accepting it and interacting with students. Some of the facts I did not know, so it was really nice to hear you speak. Thank you. And then next, I would like to thank Dr. Marcus Targam, good friend as well, to come all the way from Louisa for this summer vacation here to attend this. And big thanks so much. Next, we would like to thank, of course, Mati. He is a very good old friend. Thanks for coming and interacting with students even earlier in the program. So, Mati, thanks a lot. Then after that, of course, like Sergey and again, thanks a lot for being here, being with us, and very, very good feedback. Then again, of course, the senior educators and teachers who are here, as well as Posington, as well as others. So being here, it's nice to get to. Then of course, I guess the Lifology team and Juliet I don't need to thank here one part, but I guess the most major part of this is you guys. I mean, really, thanks a lot for this kind of interactive sessions, all the 3 days fun that we have had. I know it's not like just thanks and it's done. Tomorrow and day after we have a lot of activities together. So anyway, a big thanks to all of you for being active and interactive in this session. All right. And of course, just one more person. Like even with all the interactions with our Sanda, all our interactions with with the educators, etc., and even today covering Jijo. Thanks a lot for coming and taking this part of the
Moments made.
The moments made. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. We end the formal session here, but still I recommend students to interact with the dignitaries, your judges, jury for some time, and occasional interactions to get some feedback for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Thank you.
Make use of this time. Thank you, Anand.